France. Deployed international estate, their protection, destinations, standards, etc. This means France believes international law protects both strong and weak nations, developing and developed nations. France stands as a permanent member of United Nations Security Council, the P5, and North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. And France is committed to global security and rule of law. Rule of France in this war. France supports peace through law, not chaos. Sovereignty of nations is respected, not violated. Use of force must follow the UN Charter. Security Council must guide global security and actions. France today states that power must act through law, not above the law, and every country must follow rule of law. The concerns of France. France understands the concerns of US and Israel. Iran nuclear activities created global tensions around the Middle East. Allies are trying to defend themselves. Collective security of principles of NATO is allowed. When one ally is in threat, others cannot remain silent. Security of allies is part of global security. Let us talk about Article 51 of UN Charter, which other countries have discussed. Under UN Charter of Article 51, self-defense is allowed. Here we can think in two perspectives. Iran can use this Article 51 and as well as US. In Iran, the attacks of US, we can use Article 51. And US and Israel have attacked Iran like in self-defense as they are preparing a nuclear weapon which is threat to Middle East and Israel. There is when threat is serious, action may be necessary. Strike must be seen in context of regional stability. The impact of war in France. France doesn't support war, but supports security. Responsibility of nations to prevent greater conflict. Actions taken to avoid larger instability. France today concludes that strike must be viewed under self-defense, not as a threat to Iran. Allies acted under security concerns, and France today tells that the resolution, the attack of US and Israel on Iran, which violates international law. No, it doesn't violate international law as US and Israel attacked in self-defense by using Article 51 of the United Nations. This impacts the global security and has a global concern. France thinks that the UN should have an investigation on both countries. France calls for diplomatic dialogue with Iran. France supports collective security. France urges this council to prevent further